meeting. There's a new move in the auto industry in India, meantime, speaking of the subcon, and that is Ford Motor of Dearborn going to introduce its first small car in the country. Our editor, Doran Levine, in San Fran, joins us on the show today. Ford's going to take on Tata and their, what, $2,500 Nano? Doran, good luck.
Well, they will need some good luck because they're pretty late to Asia. Ford Motor, as we talked about yesterday, talked about the new plant that they're going to build in Chongqing in China, and now they're in Alan Mulally is in India talking about the new plant there in Chennai, where they're going to build this Figo, which is a B-segment car, which in English means a very subcompact car, small car, a logical thing to put in China, but in India rather, but they're quite behind right now. Not so much the Nano, which is just beginning to get going in that country, but automakers like Suzuki, Mulally, who really have basically gotten the foothold on growth in China up to now, and is going to be blocking Ford and making it very difficult for Ford to do well.
The Figo, what is it going to actually do? The metrics or do the specs kind of rival that of the Tata Nano? I mean, if you're competing in this segment, you're looking for every penny or every nickel and dime that you can shave off the production cost of. And this kind of signals that Ford Motor intends to compete in the largest and most important small car segment there. Is that really what's going to define the Indian car market, as opposed to China, where there is a certain niche demand for really big hulking SUVs and minivans and and four-wheelers of that sort?
Well, at least in the beginning, that's where the growth is, and Ford can't really have any pretensions to getting into the luxury market in China, in India rather, unless they first establish some growth with the less affluent segments, and that's what they're going to do with Figo. This is a B-segment car, a very small car. It's not going to be as cheap as the Nano, which was purported to be $2,500, then $3,500. This is going to be a good deal more than that, but it's also probably going to do a lot more than the Nano. This is Tata's small segment entry is really probably not going to be the equal of the Figo. So there's going to be some element of premium to it, even though it's a very, very small car. And, of course, in India, if you can afford a car at all now, perhaps your last vehicle was a motorbike, or possible your last vehicle was some animal-drawn cart. So these are people who are – this is not a well-developed automotive culture yet, but it's going to be.
With the obvious knock-on effects on the climate and carbon dioxide emissions from India as well. I'm sure we'll be talking about that story in a separate parcel on a different day. Thanks, Doran. Enjoy the afternoon there in beautiful San Francisco.